On April 2nd, National Highway 12 in Malda was blocked by barricades of burning tires and bamboo. Teachers, farmers, and shopkeepers, citizens with no criminal records, held 7 judicial officers hostage for 9 straight hours, even pelting police cars with stones as they arrived. The desperation was driven by a single document, the final voter list. In West Bengal, the government's special intensive revision resulted in the deletion of 61 lakh people. Statistically, the system removed 1 out of every 6 voters in the state. Beyond the deletions, another 60 lakh citizens were pushed into a new undefined category. Labeled as suspected or under education, these voters were left in a bureaucratic limbo, neither confirmed nor removed, but effectively silenced. This wasn't the result of traditional political friction. It was the output of an automated system that stripped millions of their democratic identity without a single day of manual testing. The suspected list includes Muhammad Dul Ali, a veteran of the Kargil War. Despite showing his official army service records and the wounds he received in battle, the system flagged him as a doubtful citizen. The list of anomalies grows with the status of the victims. A retired high court judge, a World Cup winning cricketer, and even the very officials tasked with verifying other voters found themselves flagged as suspected by the software. As these errors became public, the Election Commission restricted access to the data, locking the identities of affected citizens behind obscure, unsearchable files. By shielding the process from scrutiny, the institution turned simple clerical errors into a widespread loss of constitutional rights. The core of the crisis is a software algorithm deployed to map 20-year-old voter rolls against the current database. It was designed to flag any discrepancy, however minor, between the 2 records. The software's instability peaked on the evening of March 24th. In a single technical glitch, the system flagged nearly every voter in West Bengal, 7 crore people, as suspected in one night. While the massive glitch was patched, the algorithm's underlying logic remained. A single misplaced vowel in a name, or a decade-old typo in a parent's age, triggered an automatic loss of voting status for millions of people. Human oversight failed to correct the machine. Chief electoral officers used WhatsApp to issue instructions that bypassed official guidelines, ordering local staff to mark voters as absent before the legal deadlines had even expired. This combination of an unverified algorithm and informal, off-the-record administrative orders created a system where voting rights could be revoked by a text message. To analyze the impact, researchers had to bypass the EC's deliberate data barriers. The Commission took 1 MB of voter data and bloated it into 228 MB PDFs, protected by CAPTCHAs to prevent any automated analysis. Independent investigators manually processed over 35,000 of these records. By digitizing the obscured files, they were able to rebuild the database and look for patterns in who was being targeted. If the software was meant to find illegal immigrants, the data shows it failed. In Hindu Dalit refugee areas, groups with the highest historical likelihood of being unmapped, deletion rates were actually among the lowest in the state. The real discrepancies appear when you look at booth-level demographics. In the Rani Nagar constituency, Hindu-majority booths saw only a 3% flag rate. In the exact same district, Muslim-majority booths saw that rate climb to 58%. When we overlay the 2021 election results, the pattern becomes even more specific. In 234 seats, the number of affected voters is larger than the margin of victory in the last election. The data suggests that this wasn't just a technical failure. When the suspected flags concentrate so heavily in specific demographics and seats with thin margins, the statistical probability of a random error disappears. The full scope of the strategy involves 3 steps. First, use an algorithm to clear names from the list. Second, use informal orders to finalize the deletions. And third, use Form 6 applications to fill the empty spots with new out-of-state voters. Evidence for this third step is already surfacing. Workers have been caught on video attempting to submit thousands of bulk Form 6 applications to the Election Commission office simultaneously. This isn't an isolated regional incident. Similar allegations of algorithmic deletions and bulk replacement voters have been raised in previous elections in Delhi and Maharashtra. The events in West Bengal appear to be a test case for a broader playbook. one where software is used to decide the outcome of an election before the first ballot is even cast. If you are a voter, you must verify your status immediately. Use the independent searchable databases or the official ECI portal to ensure your name hasn't been moved to the suspected list. If you find your name missing, you still have time to file an appeal. The Supreme Court is scheduled to hear these cases, but the window for reclaiming your vote is closing. No citizen should have to prove their identity to an untested machine just to exercise their most basic democratic right.